Have you ever wondered why that favorite silk blouse you lovingly bought seems to have lost its luster after a few washes? Or why that wool sweater, which hugged you on cold days, suddenly shrank or got a strange texture, looking old before its time? The truth is, often, without realizing it, we make simple mistakes in caring for our more delicate clothes. Errors that can literally destroy the fibers and beauty of the pieces we love so much, leading us to spend money on new clothes again. And the worst part is that these mistakes are so common that most people don't even realize they're making them. Get ready to discover valuable secrets that will transform the way you care for your delicate clothes, extending their lifespan and keeping them impeccable for much longer. Stay with us until the end, as the tips we're about to share can save you time, money, and a lot of frustration. Chapter 1: The Danger of Chlorine Bleach. Many people believe that chlorine-based bleach is the ultimate solution for keeping clothes spotless, white, and stain-free, but this is a dangerous trap for delicate fabrics. Applying this type of bleach to wool, silk, or colored garments is a serious mistake that can have irreversible consequences, destroying the fiber structure. The corrosive action of chlorine on these natural and dyed fibers is immediate and devastating. It chemically attacks the proteins present in wool and silk, causing the weakening and eventual disintegration of the fabric, leaving it looking dry and damaged. For colored clothes, chlorine not only fades them but can also create permanent whitish stains where it touched, ruining the garment. Instead of brightening and revitalizing, the opposite happens. The garment loses its elasticity, soft touch, and vibrant colors, becoming rough and old-looking. The damage can be so severe that the piece becomes unusable, even after a single wash with the wrong product. It's a shortcut straight to the trash. The big problem is that most people don't read the labels of cleaning products or garment care tags, relying solely on common sense or old habits. What worked for a sturdy dishcloth won't work for that silk blouse or a delicate wool scarf, which require much more specific care. The solution is simple and effective. For white clothes that need brightening, opt for non-chlorine bleaches based on active oxygen, which are much gentler on fibers. For colored and delicate clothes, the ideal is to use neutral and specific detergents without any type of bleach, ensuring the integrity and longevity of your favorite pieces. Chapter 2: The Danger of Open Bras in the Washing Machine. A surprisingly common mistake that causes considerable damage to both the washing machine and other garments is putting bras with open clasps directly into the drum. Often, due to haste or lack of knowledge, we toss lingerie in with other clothes without paying due attention to the metal hooks, which become true predators during the wash cycle. These metal clasps, when agitated inside the machine, act like small, sharp hooks. They easily snag delicate fabrics like lace, silk, and even finer cotton, causing pulls, snags, and in more severe cases, even irreversible tears in your favorite clothes. Imagine a new blouse being shredded by a loose bra. In addition to damaging other items, open bra clasps pose a significant risk to the washing machine itself. They can get caught in the holes of the drum, in the sealing rubbers, or even inside the agitator, depending on the machine model. This can lead to strange noises, damage to the equipment, and, in worse scenarios, require an expensive repair. The centrifugal force and agitation of the machine intensify the problem, transforming an innocent bra into a weapon of mass destruction for your laundry. Tossing lingerie haphazardly into the machine is an oversight that can be costly both for your wardrobe and for your wallet with unexpected appliance maintenance. The solution to this problem is extremely simple, inexpensive, and effective. Use protective mesh bags for washing delicate clothes, especially for bras. If you don't have a mesh bag, an alternative is to fasten the bra clasps before putting it in the machine, minimizing the risk of it snagging on other items or the machine itself. This ensures the protection of your lingerie and other clothes. Chapter 3: The Threat of High-Temperature Dryers. The clothes dryer is a great ally in a busy routine, but for delicate items, it can turn into a real villain, especially when set to high temperatures. Excessive heat is one of the biggest enemies of fabrics like wool, silk, lace, and fine synthetics, causing damage that is most of the time irreversible and shrinks the garment. When exposed to high temperatures, the fibers of these fabrics undergo a process of shrinkage and hardening. In the case of wool, the fiber scales agglutinate, resulting in the well-known shrinkage and loss of original softness. For silk, heat can dry out the fibers, causing the garment to lose its natural sheen and become rough and brittle. Delicate synthetic fabrics, such as lycra or elastane, are also extremely sensitive to heat. High temperatures in the dryer can melt or deform their fibers, causing the clothing to lose elasticity, its original shape, and even create small pills or irregular textures, making it uncomfortable to wear and look old. The rush to get clothes dry quickly often leads to the oversight of not checking the garment's label or the dryer's settings. This habit, however, can be costly, as a single improper drying is enough to ruin a garment that, with proper care, would last for many years, preserving its shape and beauty. To protect your delicate clothes, the best practice is always to air dry them in the shade, in a well-ventilated area. If a dryer is indispensable, opt for low-temperature cycles or the air fluff function, if available, and remove the items before they are completely dry, finishing the drying on a hanger or clothesline. Always check the label to ensure the garment can go in the dryer. Chapter 4. Vigorously rubbing stains. When a stain appears on a delicate garment, many people's first reaction is to rub it vigorously in an attempt to remove it quickly. However, this action, no matter how well-intentioned, is one of the biggest mistakes you can make, especially on fine fabrics like silk, chiffon, or even loosely woven cotton. The garment's fibers cannot withstand this action. Vigorously rubbing a stain on delicate fabric not only fails to remove the stain efficiently, but, in most cases, makes it worse. Excessive friction causes the fabric fibers to break, creating faded, frayed areas, or even small holes, which are irreversible and leave the garment looking damaged and old. Instead of removing dirt, rubbing can push stain particles deeper into the fabric fibers, making removal more difficult or even impossible. Furthermore, friction can spread the stain to a larger area of the clothing, expanding the problem and further compromising the garment's original appearance. Another risk of rubbing stains vigorously is garment deformation. Delicate fabrics lose their structure with the aggression of rubbing, resulting in stretched, shrunk, or unwanted wavy areas. That silk blouse that fits so well might end up with an irregular weave and compromised drape, losing all its original charm. The correct approach to removing stains from delicate clothes is gentleness and patience. The ideal is to act quickly, applying a mild stain remover or neutral soap directly to the affected area, and then gently pressing with a clean cloth or dabbing lightly. The idea is to absorb the stain, not rub it. In many cases, a subsequent gentle wash resolves the issue, or professional help may be needed. Chapter 5. Not using protective mesh bags. A subtle mistake that causes great damage to delicate and small clothes is not using specific protective mesh bags for machine washing. These small mesh nets seem like an unimportant detail, but their absence can lead to premature damage to items like lingerie, sheer hosiery, or even baby clothes with intricate details. The intense agitation inside the washing machine causes clothes to rub against each other abrasively. Without the protection of a mesh bag, more delicate items such as lace bras, thin panties, and tights are exposed to this constant friction, which can cause pulls, snags, pilling, and premature wear of the fabric. In addition to friction, small items run the risk of getting tangled with larger clothes, such as jeans or towels which have zippers, buttons, or other elements that can snag and tear. You know that sock that always disappears or shows up with a hole? It's highly probable that it was a victim of the lack of a protective bag, getting lost or damaged. Bra clasps, baby clothing fasteners, and other small metal or plastic accessories can also get caught in the washing machine drum, causing damage not only to the clothes but also to the equipment. The protective mesh bag acts as a physical barrier, isolating these items and preventing any type of entanglement or unwanted friction. Investing in protective mesh bags is a minimal cost compared to the replacement value of your delicate clothes. They extend the lifespan of your garments, keeping them in perfect condition for much longer. Simply place the delicate items inside the bag, close it, and put it in the machine with the other clothes, ensuring a safe and efficient wash. Chapter 6. Mixing colors without pre-testing. A classic mistake that has caused regret in many laundries is mixing dark colors with light colors without a prior test, relying solely on luck. The premise that what didn't stain before won't stain now is a risky bet that often results in permanently stained light items, completely losing their original color and usefulness. New clothes, especially jeans and intensely dyed fabrics, can release excess dye in the first few washes, a phenomenon known as bleeding. This dye, released into the machine's water, is absorbed by the fibers of lighter clothes, resulting in grayish, bluish, or other colored stains that are extremely difficult, if not impossible, to remove. Water temperature and wash cycle duration also influence the risk of stains. Hotter water or longer cycles can intensify the release of pigments from dark clothes, increasing the likelihood of light items being affected. A small oversight in separation can ruin an entire load of laundry, causing financial loss. The worst part is that often the stain isn't noticed immediately after washing. It can manifest more subtly, giving light clothing a yellowish or grayish tint overall, making it look old or dirty even after being washed. This unwanted dyeing process compromises the aesthetics and lifespan of the clothing irreversibly. The solution is prevention. Strictly separate clothes by color, washing whites with whites, lights with lights, and darks with darks. For new or very vibrant colored items, do a simple test. Dampen a hidden part of the fabric and press it with a white cloth. If the white cloth stains, wash the item separately for the first few times. Chapter 7. Storing wool or silk clothes hung for too long. A common habit, yet extremely detrimental to the longevity and shape of your wool and silk clothes, is storing them hung for long periods. While it seems practical to keep items visible and prevent wrinkles, this practice can cause irreversible deformations and compromise the original drape of your most valuable pieces. Wool and silk are natural fibers that have a certain elasticity and malleability. When hung, the force of gravity acts on the weight of the fabric, pulling it downwards. Over time, this constant pressure, especially on the shoulders or areas of greater tension on the hanger, causes the fabric to yield and stretch permanently. The result is marked and pointed shoulders on wool sweaters or silk blouses that lose their original shape and acquire an elongated and disproportionate drape. The neckline area can also stretch, and the entire garment loses its structure, looking used or old before its time, even if it has been used little. Inadequate hangers, such as thin wire ones, intensify the problem, as they concentrate the weight in a very small area, creating even more pronounced creases and deformations. Even padded hangers, if used for excessive periods, may not be enough to prevent the stretching of these delicate fibers, which require special care. The best way to store wool, silk, and other delicate fabrics that can deform is to fold them carefully and store them in drawers or on shelves. If you need to hang an item for a short period, use wide, padded hangers to distribute the weight. For heavier items, consider folding them over the hanger bar, without hanging them by the shoulders, thus avoiding any type of deformation. Conclusion: caring for your delicate clothes is not just a matter of vanity, it's an investment in the durability and beauty of the pieces you love. Small mistakes in your washing and storage routine can have a huge impact, shortening the lifespan of your favorite clothes and causing you to spend more money replacing them. We hope these tips help you transform the way you care for your wardrobe, ensuring your garments remain impeccable for much longer. If you enjoyed these tips and want to learn more about how to care for your clothes and your home smartly and efficiently, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and give this video a like. Your interaction helps us continue producing quality content for you. Share this video with friends and family who also need to know these secrets.